You ever held in a sneeze?
I know what the tactic for to do it. You tickle the roof of your mouth with your tongue and it stops from sneezing. Google
No,
it. It's a real thing, mate.
that doesn't work,
It
man.
does. I tried and tested.
Tried and tested. So, well, right. I mean, I always got told, what is it? You can't sneeze with your. This is bullshit. Obviously, I got told this when I was a kid. At school, I got told you can't sneeze with your eyes open. It's physically impossible because your eyes will pop out your head.
So obviously you fucking taped your eyes open and started sniffing pepper to see if it was true.
Obviously, and it was fine. Like you know what I'm talking about when you've seen the end of Total Recall.
Yeah.
Right, there you go.
Isn't it? Was there another one like if you sneeze and fart at the same time, you just shit your organs out? I remember you now.
That's too much. But yeah,
His whole body just empties.
you can bring this picture up if you want from Total Recall. Apparently, this is what happens if you fucking sneeze with your eyes open, right? Now, obviously, it's nonsense. It is nonsense. And I just thought, like, sneezing's just sneezing, mate. Like, your eyes aren't gonna pop out your head. You're not gonna shit your fucking organs.
I think there is some pressure though in there from sneezing. I think it can
No,
blow shit out.
but I saw this in the Washington Post this month. I had to bookmark this one. I couldn't fucking believe it. This was in Britain, and it's a guy who's similar to my age. So now I'm back panicking about my sneezes, right? So the headline tells you all you need to know. He tried to hold in a sneeze and ended up in the hospital on a feeding tube. What?
Now.
What type of fucking sneeze was this, mate? What type of sneeze was this, bud? This was a fucking whopping sneeze, mate.
How do you hold it in? Or do you just literally just pinch his nose?
I don't know. So we'll get to that, right? Well, I do know, but we'll get to it, right? But look, you see, just the way this article sets the scene. Sneezing is an astoundingly powerful human action, blasting mucus and air from the nose and mouth at up to 100 miles per hour. That power exists whether a sneeze is held in or not. Occasionally, people will cause damage to their eardrums or their sinuses if they stifle a very violent sneeze, said an immunologist at Cleveland Clinic. So anyway, a healthy 34-year-old man living in the United Kingdom has learned that the hard way, according to a case study published on Monday in the British Medical Journal. His attempt to stifle a sneeze backfired, and the force of that would-be sneeze tore through the soft tissue in his throat, rupturing it.
Fucking wrecked by a sneeze?
Right? The name of the study is called Snap, Crackle, and Pop, when sneezing leads to crackling in the neck.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, he was fitting well, healthy. He had a sneeze, and he did the double. He did the double, Sam. He didn't just pinch his nose. He did his hand over his mouth at the same time.
Oh, why though?
Now, let me tell you.
Oh man, I imagine him just doing it on the train, so when you just see his neck bullfrog. Boy, like a fucking toad, but boy.
Let me just tell you, as a PSA on this podcast, right?
He's never his throat down.
Never do the double. Just never do the double voice. Like it's
Oh man! Can't believe he blew his fucking neck out.
What you done the double for?
It's gonna compress all this air in my very fucking fragile face. And bang, blew my throat out.
It's fucking air. It's got to come out, mate. Hasn't it? It's just common sense.
Why don't you just sneeze in your hand?
Yeah, just do that. Like,
Cover your nose.
If you need to cover your nose, But he did the full coverage, mate. So that 100-mile-an-hour sneeze just fucking blew to the back of his neck.
Bullfrog.
Yeah, he got bullfrogged, right? And it says here, right, this 34-year-old chap, this is the quote, said he was trying to hold in his sneeze because he thinks it's very unhygienic to sneeze into the atmosphere or into someone's face. That means he's been holding his sneezes in for 30 years. He's been playing with fire, mate, the whole time. You got to let a little bit out.
So, wait, he'd been wrecking his neck muscles for 30 years, just blowing them out.
He'd been blowing his neck out for 30 years. Right?
Wine do necking, mate, you fucking blown it out. Someone wind his neck in, boys. Jeff can't speak again, he's blown it right out.
So yeah, and he said after he did it, he felt there was a pop in his neck, and then his neck.
My neck's gone.
Yeah.
My neck's gone again. It's gone, Jane. It's gone.
Like his neck actually started to swell up, and his voice changed. His voice changed. He was trying to talk to people, and he had a completely different fucking voice. He bullfrogged himself into being another person, mate. So you can see it. We've got another doctor says it's like forcing water through a pipe. If the air can escape through your nose and mouth, that creates less pressure than forcing it through a smaller opening. I've seen patients with a ruptured eardrum or pulled back muscles. I think I've done that once. I think I've sneezed so hard I've like pulled something.
Yeah. I've had like a eardrum go weird.
Yeah. And you even hear about cracked ribs. Fucking hell. Some people are putting out some mad sneezes. Who are these?
Who's snapping their own ribs?
Yeah.
Unless they're like 106 years old. My ribs broke.
How do you break a rib having a sneeze, man?
You know.
Oh, it's too much, mate. Too much. Anyway, so there you go. That's it. Just be careful when stifling a sneeze. One of the PSA: never do a bullfrog. It's just not worth it, mate. It's dangerous.